Madam Premier, colleagues, members of the media, good afternoon. First and foremost, I'd like to take this opportunity to commend the Honorable Premier and my colleagues for the substantive initiatives contained in this throne speech. As noted in the speech from the throne, the Ministry of Youth, Families and Sports will pursue a number of new initiatives during the upcoming parliamentary session. I will make a few brief comments now. However, you'll get an opportunity to question me even more in depth once I hold the intended press conference next week to elaborate on equally significant activities during that press conference focused on youth, families, and sports ministry initiatives. We will focus on the introduction of an Equality Act following a spirited take-note debate in Parliament, as you would all have recalled earlier this year. On the merits of introducing an Equality Act, government will develop a policy which will lead to the introduction of an Equality Act to replace the Human Rights Act during this parliamentary session. To this end, government invited a representative from the United Kingdom Equality and Human Rights Office to visit Bermuda and provide assistance to the Department of Human Affairs in outlining an Equality Act that would be conducive to meeting the needs of Bermuda's society and reflect the circumstances that we face here in Bermuda. The bill, which addresses inequalities in our community in a comprehensive manner by affording protection against discrimination for a range of characteristics, including but not limited to age and sexual orientation. For each protected characteristic, the bill will establish standards of fairness and equality, as well as make provision for the redress of inequalities and discriminatory acts. With regard to youth development programming and the YMCA, I'm very pleased to note that as a part of our mandate to promote youth development, the Ministry of Youth, Family and Sports is engaged in discussions currently with the YMCA to establish turnkey youth development programs here in Bermuda. Government believes such programs have a great potential to help Bermudian youth develop strong leadership qualities and enhanced life skills that make them become productive members of our island community. A facility has been identified for the YMCA programming, and the ministry is finalizing terms of engagement for a formal relationship with the YMCA organization. This initiative is consistent with our focus on youth development and will be underpinned by a national youth policy that recognizes the unique challenges faced by our youth here in Bermuda. Our youth need more activities to keep them engaged and focused, and which will help them build and sustain stronger character and leadership, leading them away from antisocial behaviors and indeed gang affiliations. The YMCA is renowned the world over for its successful youth development programs, and the ministry believes that the introduction of YMCA programming here in Bermuda to complement our own youth development programs is a win-win proposition. And also our national sports policy is another initiative. It should come as no surprise to anyone that Bermudians love to engage in sports. And we just now recently had, for the first time, an inaugural corporate games last week. And that allowed more of the recreational sports people to interact with the more elite athletes in a team effort representing their particular organizations and business community. And it was an overwhelming success, as an example. From backyard sport and recreation activities to organize school sports and youth leagues to a myriad of sporting activities managed by national sports governing bodies, all the way to the Olympics. Many Bermudians continue to have a passion for sports, which is increasingly seen as an integral part of a healthy lifestyle. The Ministry of Youth, Families and Sports will codify this widespread enthusiasm for sports in a new national sports policy that recognizes the importance of sports at all levels, up to and including regional and international competition. The policy will underscore that we must duly recognize the accomplishments of our sportsmen and sportswomen alike. In this regard, we will honor Bermuda's only Olympic medalist, Clarence Hill, for winning a bronze medal in boxing during the 1976 Olympics. And you will have heard under the tent during the reading of the throne speech by His Excellency that it received one of the most enthusiastic and loudest applause from the public audience. Government will commission the design of a bronze statue in honor of Clarence Hill to be erected in a prominent position and location here in Bermuda. That's just a few of the initiatives at the ministry, and as I mentioned earlier, you will get an opportunity to hear more of our equally significant initiatives during a press conference to be held next week. Thank you.